Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. Teenage engineering is every synth nerd's favorite interior design company. Timeless concepts, no compromise form follows function attitude, and seemingly unlimited creativity, especially when it comes to product pricing. Today we are going to talk about PO Modular. This 2019 DIY coffee table decoration in tasteful yellow comes with additional modular synthesizer functionality and was originally sold for the price of one decent Eurorack module. In a blowout sale, it is now available for what still seems to be the price of a decent Eurorack module, so I thought I'd better buy one to compensate for the fact that I have yet to get hold of that new thing with a fader. At the first glance, I totally suck at unboxing. An uncanny number of over-designed little cardboard boxes artfully held together by a larger box containing all the components necessary to put together the synth. Chances are that footage of me butchering the solder-free kit will trigger the YouTube algo, so I'll spare you that. It took me around 2 hours, so I'm somewhere between Starsky Car and DivKit, a work of art. Just kidding, to my surprise all modules were still in working condition after I had finished the IKEA-fication of modular synthesis. The instrument is powered by either 8 AA batteries or a rather odd 12 volts wall wart, both of which are not included. On closer inspection, this ensemble of modules is more conventional than expected. 3 oscillators dedicated to a waveform each offer squares with PWM and a saw and sine that allow for FM in both directions. FMception. While I like the earthy tones of the raw oscillators, they need to be tuned using knobs too crappy for Lego Technic. They cover the entire tuning range, an issue you will become more than aware of throughout this episode. If we follow a Minimoog-like patching pattern, these oscillators would hit the simple mixer where they meet noise, which comes in the colors white and ugly. The 24 dB filter accepts 2 modulation sources. It sounds reasonably nerdy, but tweaking cutoff might trigger claustrophobia. Never repeating bleepity bloopity from the sample and hold module. A simple dual waveform LFO, and a generous array of dual VCAs and ADSR envelopes. No surprises here. The literal beating heart of the PO is its sequencer, which has a few tricks up its sleeve. Sure, the tempo range is limited, but you can clock it using external sources. Reset it, change its direction, and address individual steps using the D connectors. Setting a knob to its fully clockwise position tells the sequencer to go back to square one, which is great for polymeters. Keep in mind that these knobs are not only tightly packed but also unquantized and super imprecise, so dialing in musically meaningful phrases can be quite a challenge. It's great for all kinds of other things, like proto-digital waveforms when putting the pedal to the metal with an external clock. In case you want to take your man bun for a walk and do some busking on a busy sidewalk of your hip metropolis, the internal speaker made out of melted licorice jelly beans is fortunately not powerful enough to harm innocent bystanders. The Eurorack Junior of the modular synth world is great for generative patches, dark drones, and and somewhat usable traditional synth tones. As the person who assembled this contraption, I hereby officially state that build quality sucks. It wouldn't make it through the warranty period if there was any on DIY kits, and Teenage Engineering definitely found the sweet spot when it comes to completely useless tax write-offs. PO Modular is an interesting, albeit costly design study. Does it have actual utility in music production, or is it a game changer when it comes to upscale dust collection? You have already heard the synth in today's intro out of tune. I've heard worse versions, but not many. Please bear with me while we free ourselves from the confines of the Western tonal system. That was the closest thing to a real synth pattern I could get out of the internal sequencer without losing the mojo of the patch. Intonation torture and insulting UI aside, some of the tonal flavors were pretty okay. The module selection allows for basic multitimbrality. Let's add an external sequencer and split up the modular into a classic subtractive bass and analog FM synth. Again, hitting the sweet spots turned out to be tricky using the knob parodies. A pity given the interesting FM tabras. CV and gate signals are Eurorack compatible, but you might run into gain staging issues. Operating OP400 in a live jam isn't exactly satisfying. I wanna know if it's more fun in a studio situation in insert tuna fish dead joke here, modular minimal retro cyberfunk challenge and certified disco banger. Teenage Engineering did it again. They released an instrument capable of producing sounds I actually like and put it in a product that is the polar opposite of what I feel comfortable using. However, while TE classics like the OP1, which is totally not my thing, offered actual value for the money in the beginning, their take on modular synthesis is nothing but a pile of cheap components amateurishly stuffed into a stylish enclosure by gullible consumers like myself. Buying an OP400 modular might be money well spent for one reason and one reason only. I have lost any desire to dabble with a credit score crushing world of Eurorack in the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.